How we doing, everybody? It is Larry here for the Lioi channel again, and today we're going to do a different type of video for you. Normally what I do in these lately has been all my cheat meal videos, where I show you all the non-exercise based foods that I eat on my cheat day, just to keep myself sane and keep my body, in check on what I can and cannot eat and all that fun stuff that goes along with it. I got a lot of requests to show, okay, what do I eat during the week? I always say that I'm good Monday through Friday, and then Saturday I just go nuts, as you guys can see, and so forth and so on. So people are like, okay, so what do you eat? So it's very simple. What I normally do is I eat really the same thing the entire week. I just buy it in bulk, either from a bulk store like Costco or BJ's or any place like that, or your local grocery store, if you should be inclined, because price can be an issue for some people. So it all depends on what you can afford and what you can get. I happen to be food shopping today, and I came across at Stop & Shop ground bison, which I haven't seen before. I've heard about it, and I really, really want to try it. Now, this is a 90-10 piece of meat. It's 90% beef, 10% fat. So I'm not really going to get the calories that I need or the fat that I need from this, but I keep hearing the taste is absolutely fantastic. When I do not have this, it's usually just an 85-15 ground beef that I'll use, and just cook it up, salt it, add some vegetables to it, and then that's pretty much it. Add it with rice, some chicken stock, and that's what I eat 3-4 times a day, every day. It's really not that special, but it gives me the nutrients that I need, the macronutrients, the micronutrients, plus the protein, calories, and carbs and fat that I do need, because I'm lifting so much during the week and I'm doing so much physical activity with my kids. Speaking of, if you do hear a lot of noise in the background, I have all my windows open to air my home out. I do have 2 little boys, and I'm just trying to keep everybody happy and sane. Right now I have 2 cups of rice cooking. That'll take care of a meal tonight and all my meals tomorrow, and then I'll do it again tomorrow, and then I'll do it again the next day. Fresh rice is always better. If you can't have fresh rice, just understand it's going to be a little starchy and a little sticky. If you ever had rice sitting in the fridge for a day or two, it gets really hard and clumpy, and there's really nothing you can do about that. That's just the rice further breaking down and becoming more starchy, and you're not really going to get the nutrients out of it that you really, really want. So this, for the bison, is going to be it's very new to me. I've seen it used 1,000 times. I've watched videos on it and everything. So we're going to try this today. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this over. Okay, there we go. We're going to get rid of that. Now, it says that in a 4-ounce piece of this bison, there's roughly about 23 grams of protein, which is fantastic, because as a person who's 208 pounds, that's what I'm at now. Lost some weight. I was 226 not too long ago. Pretty much I should be having about 100 grams of protein a day. Depends on which calculator you look at. Some say a pound of protein per body weight, but there's no way I can ingest 208 grams of protein in a day and be comfortable. My kidneys would need to be filtered out, my liver would be upset, and not to mention the amount of water that I would need to drink to help break that down. That's just too much. So I'm reducing that myself to about in half. So if you think about it, it's 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So you can look at it that way. So you divide your body weight by 2.2, and you will have your kilograms, and do 1 gram of protein per that. So I got like 95, 96. So I just up it to 100 just in case. Anyway, it's been working for me so far. My stomach is good, my body is good, and everybody around me is happy. So that's a plus. What I'm doing now is I'm just flattening this out. It'll be easier to cook when I just basically put it on the pan here, and you just saw that rip and wax paper, and thank God I clean regularly. So this is a pound of ground bison, like I said, 90-10, and I'm going to get about 4 meals out of this, because I will have a 4-ounce pieces at a time. I'm going to cook this with some mixed peppers, and then we'll hopefully we'll package it all up in my handy dandy Tupperwares that I have for the week, and I store them in my fridge. I could even freeze them, and then that's pretty much about it. Also, when I travel, these things come in handy. These are thermos cans. Basically, this holds 16 ounces of whatever. What I'll do is I'll heat this food up, you know, when it's already pre-made, pre-packaged in my Tupperwares. What I'll do is I'll heat it up in the micro until it's boiling, pretty much. Pour it into that, and that's good for a couple of hours. So if I'm driving down south for a few hours, that stuff's going to be really, really warm. I could actually take it on a plane with me, and it stays warm, and I could eat on the plane if I have a long trip ahead of me. So it really works, actually. So I'm just going to season this with some salt, and then pretty much we're going to just grill this up with some butter, and we will be good to go. That's pretty much all you need. When you start adding too many things to your food, you start changing flavor profiles and everything. Right now, this is fuel for me. This is pretty much what it is. I'm not cooking for a party. I'm not trying to make it fun for anybody except for my stomach. So easiest way to eat it for me is like this. You'll see a lot of videos out there where people do this very same thing. So it's really that simple. When I started eating this way, I was 226 pounds. I am now 208 pounds. I leaned out, I reduced body fat, and I'm feeling a lot better. Red meat, yes, has a stigma of being really, really bad for you, but this is ground beef, and we just do it in a way where we're not eating red meat all day, every day, in large quantities. We throw in vegetables, we throw in rice, we throw in other things to fill us, so we're not just having red meat all the time. Alrighty? To each his own. I have 4 ounces. There are people who eat this entire thing in one meal. There are people who will eat half of what I do in one meal. You find your preference, you find out what works for you, see how your body feels. That's the most important thing about anything. So like I said, I'm just going to cook this straight up, and then that's pretty much about it. Then we get to eat. So, alrighty? Thanks for watching. Hang around a little bit. I'm just going to do a quick little cook video for you, just to show you how easy this is, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys. Alrighty. Alright guys, now we're back here again. I did cook all the meat here. You do want to get, when you have ground beef or bison or whatever ground meats, you do want to get it to the appropriate temperatures of roughly about 160, 165 degrees. Kills all pathogens or bacteria that might be in it. It's a little bit difficult with ground stuff because there's more surface area, things can hide and do different, go different places. When you have a big slab of meat, it doesn't really penetrate the top layer or so of flesh, so it's easier to let it be raw. But you do not want to have raw ground anything. There's too much chance for bacteria to survive in there. So I did add, as you saw, a whole bunch of mixed peppers to it. Just adds a little bit of different flavor, texture, as well as giving me a little bit of extra nutrients and vitamins as I go. I did throw a slab of butter in the pan because I need the fatty acids from that. I need the fat from that. And plus it just tastes so much better than regular oil and all that stuff. Now what I have over here is a regular food scale and my measuring bowl that I have. It zeroes out with the bowl on it, so I have nothing to worry about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split this into 4-ounce basically meals. I'm probably going to go over a little bit of 4 ounces because of the peppers and whatnot, but you know, that's what we do. All right, so one might have a little bit more, one have a little bit less. So I'll do 4 of these, and this is about 2 days of these meals. I I have regular chopped meat that I'm going to be doing the exact same thing to. That's an 85/15 that I'm using. But for the bison, I'm going to split this into 4 different meals, and this will be for 2 days. I'm going to throw in the ground beef in between. I don't want to do all this in one day because I don't know how my stomach's going to respond to this, because like I said, this is my first time using bison. I've heard so much about it. I've had it at a restaurant, which was insanely awesome. So we're going to try it at home now. You know, instead of going out, cooking at home is always better. It's always more cost prohibitive, and it's just overall better for you. You get to control a lot of factors here. So like I said, we're going to just turn my scale on, and then we're just going to measure this out as best we can with as little peppers as we can, just so we could get a better idea. So like I said, we want to have about 4 ounces. So I'm going to say a little bit over 4 ounces because of the peppers and everything. And we should be able to get, hold on, there's a truck passing. 4 ounces of meat out of each one, because the package is a pound, and you know, 16 ounces is a pound. Whoa, that's 4.5. Okay, see now, that's too much. So let's knock out a pepper or 2, because they're right on top. And let's see how much weight that takes off. So it was 4.5. I knocked out a whole bunch of peppers. Oh, hold on. We got some meat on the scale. We can't have that. That's extra stuff. All right. Okay, that was only 4.3. All right, so it didn't really take out too much. So peppers apparently aren't too heavy. So let's see. We need down to 4. Oh, and exactly 4. Perfect. So I'm going to do this 4 times. And then what I'm going to do is my rice is done. So I'm just going to basically just scoop. I don't eat that much rice. I don't need that many carbs for my workouts. I'm not competing powerlifting. I'm not competing bodybuilding. And I'm not competing strongman. So carbs are not my enemy. They're my main energy source. So I need those. Okay. So I'm going to, I made 2 cups of rice. So I might, out of all of these, do a half a cup of rice in each serving. That's about it. If you are heavier, if you are bigger, you are stronger, you work out harder, you're going to need more. You're going to need more fuel for the tank. You need more calories. Rice is a great place to get it. It burns quickly, and your body will be able to sustain that as you go, as long as you keep your workouts up. If you sit at home, watch TV all day, and you just snack on a bowl of rice, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get bigger, but not the way that you want to. That's a big misconception on a lot of people. People think rice is the enemy. It's not. Sitting on your ass watching TV, that's the enemy. Not hitting the gym, that's the enemy. You don't have a gym? Rock climb, swim, go to the beach, walk. There's an entire outside world that can provide everything you need if you don't go to the gym. So no excuses. It's time to get righteous. I'm going to make my food, and I'm going to keep doing what I do. So you guys, have yourself a great day. Enjoy the beautiful weather that we have up in New York for whatever time we have, because it's probably going to rain again. And wherever you are in the world, stay awesome. Go out and get righteous. Thank you guys for watching. I'm actually going to eat this. I'm getting hungry. Have a great one.